Society made you a promise, a very simple, yet powerful promise. Work hard, get the degree, buy the house, acquire the things, and eventually you will cross the finish line into happiness. So, you did exactly what they told you. You sacrificed your sleep. You outworked everyone else in the room. You bled for that promotion, that business, that number in your bank account. And maybe, against all odds, you actually got everything you ever wanted. But let's be completely honest for a second. What happened the morning after you finally got it? Think about that moment. You pull your dream car into the garage. You turn off the engine. The headlights fade out. And for 5 minutes, you just sit there in the dark, gripping the leather steering wheel. The thrill lasted for a week, maybe a month if you were lucky. And then, a terrifying silence crept in. You looked at your dream car, your dream job, your dream life, and a quiet, crushing thought echoed in your mind. Is this it? Is this all there is? Psychologists call it the Arrival Fallacy. The illusion that once we attain our goal, we will reach enduring happiness. But the truth is much darker. We are suffering from an epidemic of success, where the winners feel exactly like the losers. The trophy is in your hands, but your chest feels completely hollow. And to understand why, we have to look at a terrifying reality of human nature. There is a strange, persistent hunger in the human heart. We treat it like a mathematical equation to be solved with more consumption. We think, if I just had that one more deal, that one more house, that one more 1,000 followers, I'd finally be full. I would finally be at peace. But the truth is, the human soul is not a bucket you can fill. It's a bottomless well. We are wired with a desire that simply refuses to be satisfied by anything on this earth. This isn't a modern glitch. This isn't a new discovery brought on by social media. Thousands of years ago, one of the wealthiest and most powerful kings to ever walk the earth decided to run the ultimate experiment on human happiness. This was a man who had literally everything. He didn't just have wealth. He had fleets of ships bringing him gold. He built magnificent palaces, planted endless vineyards, and surrounded himself with the greatest musicians, artists, and pleasures known to humanity. He denied himself nothing. If his eyes desired it, he bought it. If his heart wanted it, he took it. He reached the absolute pinnacle of human achievement and pleasure. He looked at his massive empires, his gold, and his endless entertainment. And he sat down to write his honest findings. He didn't say, "I finally have enough." And despite possessing all the wisdom of wealth, his final conclusion wasn't a manual on how to accumulate more. Instead, he wrote this: "The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing. I have seen everything that is done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and a striving after wind." A striving after wind. Imagine trying to catch the wind with your bare hands. That is what it feels like to chase fulfillment in a world of temporary things. So, what do we do with this terrifying realization? What do we do with this infinite void inside of us? We try to numb it. We live in the most distracted era in human history. We cannot stand the silence because the silence forces us to face the emptiness. So, we scroll endlessly on screens that glow in the dark. We chase the next promotion, the next luxury vacation, the next toxic relationship. We build massive empires of noise just so we don't have to sit in a quiet room and listen to the terrifying echo of our own hearts. Look around you. We have higher standards of living than any generation before us. We have air conditioning, instant food delivery, global travel, and supercomputers in our pockets. Yet, we are drowning in an epidemic of depression, anxiety, and profound loneliness. Why? Because we have been lied to. We were told a purely materialistic lie. We were told that we are merely physical beings, a collection of atoms, and therefore physical things should satisfy us. But the math doesn't add up. You cannot satisfy a non-physical soul with physical objects. Trying to fill your heart with money, status, or even human validation is like trying to catch the horizon. No matter how fast you run, it always moves further away. The moment you get the $1 million, your brain instantly normalizes it and demands 10 million. It is a rigged game, a game designed for you to lose. But what if we are looking at this all wrong? What if this unquenchable thirst isn't a flaw in our design? What if it's a signal? Think about it logically. We feel physical hunger because there is such a thing as food to eat. We feel physical thirst because there is such a thing as water to drink. Every innate desire we have corresponds to something real that can satisfy it. So if we find within ourselves a desire that absolutely nothing in this world can satisfy, no amount of money, no level of fame, no perfect romance, the most logical explanation is that we were made for another world. A brilliant 4th century thinker named Augustine captured this beautifully. After a life of chasing wild pleasures and massive academic success, he finally realized the truth. He wrote, "You have made us for yourself, and our hearts are restless until they find their rest in you." Centuries later, the brilliant 17th century mathematician and philosopher Blaise Pascal formulated this perfectly. As a man of logic and science, he looked at the human condition and realized that inside every single human being, there is an infinite abyss. And this abyss cannot be filled by wealth, it cannot be filled by power, and it cannot be filled by endless distractions. It is a God-shaped vacuum, a void that was intentionally designed by the Creator to only be filled by the Creator himself. Only the infinite can fill an infinite space. So, if you are sitting in your beautiful house tonight, or driving your dream car, or just lying in bed staring at the ceiling and feeling completely, utterly empty, don't panic. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not broken. You are just finally waking up to the truth. You are realizing that you were never meant to be satisfied by the creation. You were meant for the Creator. And that restless feeling in your chest, that is simply your soul calling you back home.